एक चीज ये होती है वेडिंग्स में और सेलिब्रिटी शूट्स में जो डिफरेंस मैंने देखा है कि उनकी जब हम सेलिब्रिटीज को शूट करते हैं यू हैव टू मेक अ प्रॉपर प्लान that what you are shooting, what will be the stage, your light should be ready before they come. Everything will be good. So in wedding, what happens a lot of time is when you go to a wedding, there comes a situation, then you adapt to that situation.
Hello, namaskar, adab. This is Tejas. I welcome you to the India's only wedding photography podcast show.
How are you, man?
Very good, bro. Very good.
And how's this pandemic treating you?
Hard.
Too hard.
Too hard, yeah. Like somebody asked me how's pandemic, I say both hard. They feel like that I am some hiccup guy, but it is really too hard, yeah.
It's really
for
too hard.
everybody. And like for freelancers, still it is fine because they have already some projects and they are doing it and they'll get the payment out of it. But people who are doing job and their jobs are vanishing like this. Everybody is letting people go, so it is really hard for them also. But yeah, it is fine. We have to bear with it. We don't have anything else to do.
Survival is the only option, I guess.
Yeah. Survival of the fittest, bro, right now.
After, talking to you, after seeing you live, finally, I can see that, how humble you are, and it's really great, man.
Yeah, so very sorry from my side because I am like really, मेरे दिमाग में चीजें रहती नहीं है.
Okay.
So I don't know if this is a problem with creative people or something, but I keep on forgetting things. मैं कुछ कर रहा होता हूँ and then I start doing something else. Even if I am editing some pictures, so एकदम से my head will go somewhere else. And then I come back after 4 hours कि मैं ये कर रहा था. So it happens with me a lot. Sorry for kept you, I like कि करना है नहीं करना है बता दो.
नहीं, why because I already had अभी previously मैं एक already करके बैठा हूँ एक podcast. तो मेरे को ये था कि अगर slot, if you are busy, I can just put someone there and I can postpone your thing to whenever you are free.
I think everybody is free these days. Nobody is doing any work.
Depends, yeah. There are.
Yeah. Depends also.
Depends. Right. There are people who are currently shooting because I have some interviews scheduled who are currently shooting pre-weddings, also weddings. So
yeah,
it depends. Yeah, for some it's a win-win situation for some people.
Yeah. For some people, yes.
Yeah. So Abhishek, I would like to know like how this thought of being a photographer will not think about wedding or fashion. We'll just think about photography. So how this thought came into your mind? Like when was the time that you thought that I can be a photographer and I should pursue this?
Okay. So the thought of being a photographer was there. I don't know from how long. I had no clue about it.
Okay.
So I was the guy who used to watch Net Geo and Discovery at the time when people were watching Cartoon Network. So I used to watch Net Geo and everything. Though I have seen Cartoon Network and everything, but I was into Net Geo and something. And in Net Geo, there are people who are doing photography and stuff. And then I used to see Apilkas Baker doing Kingfisher model shoots, and I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, and how is he doing it? And what is this place? It was not about the models, it was about the place. What is this place? Where is he shooting? How is he shooting this? What is happening right now? So that was the thing. And I remember I used to click, there used to be small cars of 5 rupees, 3 rupees I used to get. Small cars, aluminum cars. So I used to click in cars the pictures. I used to keep 2 notebooks like this in a L shape and a page uske niche, and I used to put the car and I used to click pictures. So I started from there. Then I told so every situation changed through time. So I used to do this, and I remember this. जब मैंने photography start कर दिया, then I got to know कि हाँ यार मैं ये करता था. मुझे याद है, शायद मेरे में बचपन से ही था. Then I started this. So what happened was that I wanted to do photography, and I told my parents that I want to do photography. I was in 12th or something, or after 12th, when they said no. They said no. You are not doing anything. We know. You take one thing. तुम बोलते हो कि ये करनी है, तुम उसको खरीद के लाते हो, उसके बाद तुम वो चीज छोड़ देते हो. This was the statement my parents gave me. So because I was a state level taekwondo player. So मैंने स्टेट लेवल तक खेला, स्टेट लेवल फाइट करी, उसके बाद छोड़ दिया. आई यूज्ड टू लर्न क्रिकेट. बहुत अच्छा क्रिकेट खेलने लग गया, फिर क्रिकेट छोड़ दिया. तो जो भी चीज अच्छी करने लग जाता था मैं छोड़ देता था, बट शायद मैं फोटोग्राफी इसलिए नहीं छोड़ पाया क्योंकि अच्छी कर नहीं पा रहा. तो it started with that. But my sister gave me something. My sister said she gave me a Coolpix camera, small Sony Coolpix camera. She said that you click a picture with this. You click picture. You take 10 days. You click some pictures. You bring the pictures to us. If you like it, we'll get you a camera. So I clicked some pictures and I clicked some amazing pictures. Those are the pictures I still find very interesting. So I clicked amazing pictures with that camera, and that camera was amazing because कोई lens नहीं था, कुछ नहीं था. You used to zoom it अपने आप manually zoom होके. It used to focus. Macro भी हो रहा है, wide भी हो रहा है, portrait भी अच्छा आ रहा है, सब कुछ हो रहा है उस कैमरे में. So for me it was amazing experience. I clicked some pictures. I showed them to it. And they really liked it. My mother really liked it. My mother is also a very creative person. So she really liked it. She said, okay, if you want to do it, you can take a camera. We'll start doing it. I took a camera. Then I started. And after that, in education as well, I was not very sure because I knew that photography is one thing. If people like your image, your vision, your perspective, they like it. If they don't like it, they don't like it. You cannot push your photography or your skill or your perspective to somebody. So you can never do that. Maybe for some people you can do it. For me, it was not a thing. For me, it was like if I am doing photography, I was not very sure that people will be able to accept my vision or my perspective, or people will not able to do it. So in studies itself, I completed my 12th. I got good percentage because my painting was very good. I got 95, 98 in painting. So my percentage was going above sky. So my parents said the percentage aa gayi hai. You go to DU, like every parent, go to DU. So I took admission in political science honors in ARSG college after my school ended. So I started pursuing political science honors. So a guy who is doing photography right now, he was doing political science honors then. And when I opened the book of political science honors, it had one picture in it. One picture of Indira Gandhi.
Okay.
At that time, I realized that no, I don't want to do this because my whole of my age has been passed watching the pictures in the book. So I used to open the book, I used to see the picture, and I tried to understand कि ये क्या है. I never was the guy who used to read that what has been written. I never used to read. So when I opened the book in political science honors, and to be very frank, I was a very good student in political science honors. I got 85 or something in boards, 12 boards in political science honors. I was a good student, but I flipped when I saw there was no picture. So 1 साल मैंने कुछ नहीं किया वहाँ पे. I gave the exams and I failed terribly. And I failed जानबूझ because I wanted to do photography. But that too, I was not very sure about photography, and I was like कि पता नहीं हो पाएगा, नहीं हो पाएगा. So I told my mom that I want to do BJMC. I took BJMC as a backup plan. कि अगर photography नहीं, so at least I would have a BJMC की degree, और I will do BJMC, और कुछ नहीं हुआ तो कुछ journalism में कर लेंगे या कुछ कर लेंगे. So I did BJMC, or BJMC I did from Maharaja Agharshan IT University. I did a degree. I'm a bachelorate in BJMC. So I did it from there. उससे पहले भी I was so conscious that first I did a diploma in BJMC. After that I did photography from Delhi College of Photography. उसके बाद मैंने BJMC का एक कोर्स किया. उसके बाद मैं अगले साल गया डिग्री करने के लिए. So मैं इतना ज्यादा, मतलब जो पढ़ने वाले बच्चे होते हैं मैं नहीं उनमें से. So I was like कि पता नहीं होगा नहीं होगा, कर पाएंगे नहीं करेंगे. But I was very skeptical about it. But हो गया, अच्छे से हो गया. And luckily जिस कॉलेज में मैं गया था, so I went from DU to IP. So आपने कहाँ से कॉलेजिंग की है?
I am based in Mumbai, so I did my diploma in FS School of Photography.
Okay, so you did your diploma. So there is so you know about DU, right? Yeah. So DU is a very open place. If you go to DU, you have politics, you have dance, you have every kind of stuff in DU. So आप जाओ, there are hundreds of societies. कहाँ जाना है आपको Greek society में जाना है, आपको debate society में जाना है, dance society में जाना है, fashion society में जाना है. तो मैं वहाँ से आया था DU से. And when I went to IT University, there was nothing. There was one fashion society that was terrible. there was one dance society जो सिर्फ भंगड़ा करते थे, and there was a society called Urban Hoppers जो hip hop करते थे. So I went there and I was like, there is nothing. What will I do? There is no photography society. There is nothing. There is nobody to teach me. There is nobody I can teach. I saw the syllabus. There was photography. इतना सा photography that they will just teach you the camera. That's it.
The basics.
I was like, this is the basics. So I was like, this is enough. So I had a little knowledge of photography because I already did a course in photography from Delhi College of Photography. So what I did was I fought for 1 year from the administration, and then I started a society there. That is called Water Click, which is still running. So I started a photography society in my college, and I started photography festival as well in the college.
Okay. So which year was this? Which year was this?
This was, don't ask me about years. Yeah, I'm very bad in numbers. Yeah. So this was like 4-5 years back, 6 years back.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started that, and that is still running very successfully, and people have accepted it. When I started, it was very, very difficult because people used to take me as a rebel. So I am not a very sweet-looking guy. If you talk to me, you will know that I am a good guy. But if you are not talking to me, you will look at me, you will say that he is not a very sweet-looking guy. He is a Delhi ka ladka, ye pakka. So college administration was they want to do something, and they were very sure that this is not going to work. But we had 150 to 120 students enrolled in the photography club. And then I started teaching them because nobody else took a stand. So I said, no issues. I just want to share my knowledge. Let's share our knowledge. And if somebody one day stands up and says that I want to share something, that will be good for me because I will learn something from them.
Obviously.
So we started like that. We started photo walks. We started everything. I used to take classes, and we started it. So it is still running. It is a very successful club. And in IP University, after that, IP यूनिवर्सिटी के जो कॉलेज थे उन्होंने हमें देख के अपने क्लब स्टार्ट करे खोलना. तो कुछ कॉलेजेस के पहले से भी थे, बट काफी कॉलेजेस में उसके बाद खुल गए. एंड आर फोटोग्राफी सोसाइटी जो हमने स्टार्ट करी थी IP यूनिवर्सिटी की महानगर सेन की सोसाइटी है. दैट इज अ वेरी गुड सोसाइटी, एंड वो दैट इज अ गुड सोसाइटी जो आउटडोर्स भी जाते हैं दूसरे स्टेट के कॉलेजेस में उनके फेस्ट कवर करने के लिए एज अ स्पॉन्सर. सो वी सेंड आवर स्टूडेंट्स कि आप जाओ, आप उनके फेस्ट कवर करो. सो यू विल हैव द नॉलेज ऑफ इवेंट फोटोग्राफी बिकॉज इवेंट फोटोग्राफी इज नॉट जस्ट इवेंट फोटोग्राफी, इट इज इवेंट डॉक्यूमेंटेशन. So you should know that what you are documenting, and what you are documenting will stay with them forever. So it is a very responsible job and very interesting job to do. Yeah.
Obviously, man, it was a very interesting journey because what I'm seeing a common thing is you were always connected to photography. Whatever you might be doing, you were always connected to photography, like completely.
I was. I have done work as a assistant creative director in Lenslight production in Mumbai. And at that time also I was very connected with photography. I have directed 2-3 music videos right now. I am still very connected with photography. So it is very simple. If you have one love, you can explore more. But in the end, there is photography standing there for me. I know something about photography, something I still have to learn. But photography is a thing that I cannot quit very easily. So it is there in my veins.
True, man. True. And this wedding photography thing, when this came to your mind that you can also start doing wedding photography and you can start booking weddings?
Never. It never came to my mind. I swear to God, it never came to my mind. So, what do you do when you get a camera? You start doing streets.
True.
I started doing streets, right? So my parents got me 600D. So I started doing photography with that, and so there were photo walks and stuff, and I was going everywhere with my camera. It was too cool if you had a camera. So everybody was like, camera. Like, yeah, this is my gun. So I started shooting streets. After shooting streets, so I generated a Facebook page. So people started coming in, they started liking it, they started following it, and I started having some motivation. So one day, a girl used to like my post every day. Her name was Ashi. She used to like every post, comment on every post, and I had no clue who she was. So one day she called me up and she told me that, Abhishek, I am Ashi, I am your Facebook fan, I like your page, and I am getting married. So can you come and can you click some pictures of me? So I said that I have never done a wedding. So I didn't tell it to her. But I had an inner voice talking to me that you have never done a wedding, you don't know what is happening. So if you do this, it might be doing other way around. ऐसा हो सकता है कि बाहर निकलते निकलते तुम्हें मार रहे हो. So I had a very fair chances कि ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है. But I went there, I shot her wedding, and there is one thing that I have taken from Shah Rukh Khan कि कुछ भी काम करना है तो उसे इतने अच्छे से करो कि काम को अच्छा लगे कि तुमने किया है.
Exactly.
इतना तुम उसको डेडिकेशन के साथ करो. So I shot the wedding and the pictures came out really good. And she really liked it. And उसके बाद it started coming here. I never started wedding photography. Never ever. I posted those pictures and it started coming in, and till date I don't like going to people and asking for work like, are you getting married? This is my promoting everywhere, this and that. I don't like to do it. I feel like that if somebody is watching your work and they are liking your work, they'll reach you out anyway. If you are doing good work, like you reach me out, right? I was not promoting anywhere. You saw my profile. You saw the work is good. This guy is doing something. They reach me out. The same way, anyone who is getting into wedding photography and stuff, if you will do good work, people will get to you. You don't need to go outside. Even though you won't get a lot of business, but you will get a business to stay in the market. You don't have to worry about it. कि कैसे होगा क्या होगा. You just have to do good work. आप जो भी कर रहे हो do. And one more thing that I see that people are, जो हमने start किया था यार, I wanted to be a fashion photographer. To be very frank, I never thought that I will be a wedding photographer या ऐसे या वैसे. But when I started doing weddings, I realized that I am meeting much more people than I will meet in a fashion shoot.
True.
And I am a guy who loves to meet people. I love to meet people here. I love talking to people. I love arranging things. And I love, when you are shooting and people are coming that, can you click a picture of me, please? So you click them, you talk to them, wherever you found it. So उसमें जो आपका नेटवर्क होता है, it can grow drastically if you are doing a good one. It can grow drastically. I will say the number of weddings I started doing have increased with the budget also that I started from. So, and all of this has been done by the work only, not by me. वो काम है, काम लोग देखते हैं, लोग काम के हिसाब से आपको पैसा देते हैं, and वो ऐसे अपने आप ग्रो हो जाता है. So I never thought of going into wedding photography. I never thought of. I wanted to be Atul Kazekar, bro.
And you ended up, this is like accidentally becoming a wedding photographer and then being in the flow.
No. So I do fashion as well. I love fashion photography. I don't know I'm a good fashion photographer or not, but I love fashion photography. I have been shooting. I have shot music video posters. I have shot like Akshay Kumar. I have shot Khali. I have shot Prince Narula. I have shot Yuvika Chaudhary. I have shot few more celebrities. So I have been shooting fashion, and my first love was fashion. So first thing after skate I started doing was I started clicking bodybuilding. Because regional bodybuilders used to have a small budget. They wanted a photographer, and they were very easy to shoot. If you shoot girls, you need to have a changing room. Girls will say, "What journey hai? What kind of place is this?" I used to take guys, bodybuilders into the mud and telling them to jump in the mud and I'll click a picture of you. And picture used to come kick-ass. So those were amazing days. I have stopped doing much of bodybuilding shoots right now, but I started from them. So I knew how to click one single person, and that really helped me in pre-wedding as well. So when you start doing pre-wedding also, you will know कि आपको पहले ये तो पता होना चाहिए as you say in photography कि एक लाइट से पिक्चर खींचना सीखो, then you come to 3 light setup. Exactly like that. You start clicking one person, then you will know कि दो को कैसे तुम्हें एक फ्रेम के अंदर इन्वॉल्व करना है. So उससे it really helped me out. So it was a very big journey, यार, मतलब very long journey I would say. From street photography to bodybuilders, then from bodybuilders I started doing event photography in clubs. Then when I was shooting in clubs, I realized that अगर मैं ये करता रहूंगा तो मैं यही करता रहूंगा. And I didn't want to do this. I said कि मेरे को एक ही under the same roof and same वही party चल रही है, people are dancing. I don't want to do. That was a great job. But I said कि this is very monotonous for me. I cannot do the same thing and again and again and again. So I stopped doing event photography like clubs and parties. Then weddings came in. Then weddings, pre-weddings came in. And every wedding has its own chaos. Every wedding has its own mismanagement. Every wedding has its own troubles. कुछ ना कुछ किसी वेडिंग में नया हो रहा होता है, कुछ ना कुछ नया हो रहा होता है. ज्यादा कुछ नया नहीं हो रहा तो कोई एक नई आंटी होती है जो आपको परेशान कर रही होती है,
एक नई आंटी या फिर एक नए अंकल.
हाँ, कुछ ना कुछ तो होता है. So there is a saying, wherever you point a camera, there is an uncle standing right in front of you.
True one.
Yeah.
So right now, I according to the experience which you shared, I want to ask you one thing, that you have worked with some celebrities too, right? And you have also shot weddings too. So I just want to ask you the difference. Like when you are doing a fashion shoot, obviously there are retakes, but shooting a celebrity, do you get the chance की और retakes ले ले या फिर कुछ experiments कर ले, or you have a fixed window that you need to click this many pictures?
Okay. So first of all, the thing you have told me, then when you are shooting wedding, there are retakes. There are no retakes, bro. Wedding, there are
Exactly.
In celebrities, you can say there are retakes, but I can say, sir, एक बार और कर लेते हैं, sir, एक बार और कर लेते हैं. But in wedding, there are no retakes. वर्मा अगर डाल दी तो डाल दी. No, you cannot do anything unless you stop it. And if you are a wedding photographer and you are stopping the movement, कि वर्मा रुको, then you are not a wedding photographer, brother. You are just disrupting the movement, and when you are disrupting the movement, how are you clicking it? How are you capturing the movement? You just disturb the movement, and now you are saying that you are capturing movement. This is wrong. This is a wrong way of doing weddings. I don't like this. If the bride is coming and you are stopping that, slow. No, let her walk in her own pace.
Exactly.
If you are slow, this is your mistake. This is not bride's mistake. Right? So if you can do some meetings with the family, and you can tell them in before that if you are walking behind the bride, you have to walk in a V shape or a triangle shape or a straight line, or you guys don't walk, you come with this and that. You can do that before. But you yelling at somebody at the wedding is very wrong. Whereas in the celebrity shoots, so celebrities are very professional. Most of the celebrities are so. Like in Bollywood as well, there are people who have tantrums, right? So I won't take any names, but I have worked with people who said no, that we cannot walk on the grass because we don't have shoes. We don't have shoes right here. We are in heels and this and that. So the shot we thought was not taken because celebrity said that I won't be able to walk. So I have worked with those people as well, and I have worked with Jay Randhawa. So Jay Randhawa is a actor, a Punjabi industry based actor. So that guy, I told him to stand in the swimming pool in December, if I'm not wrong, in Punjab. And Punjab is fucking cold, bro. Punjab is just adjacent to Himachal, and it is very cold in December. I told him to walk into swimming pool, and you take a cup and you will pour the water, and I will take the picture. And it was in night, so I arranged some good colorful lighting, blue, red, yellow was coming inside, and that guy was standing in the swimming pool, cold water. It was. I was standing in the water as well. I was not standing in the water. I must tell you, I was outside the water because it was too cold. I was making मैं जाऊँगा तो कांपता रहेगा, कितना कैसे वो. So that guy went into swimming pool, cold, freezing swimming pool, and he came outside, and उसके बाद वो जाके boiling water hot tub में बैठा था. So celebrities do that as well. So there are kind of people. So if you do weddings as well, you will meet people who are very annoying. I have done weddings when people are shouting at me that you haven't taken that part, you haven't taken, and they don't understand the analogy of shooting a wedding. कि कैसे करना है, कैसे होता है, क्या they don't know, but they want to shout on somebody, so they shout. सेम एंड सेलिब्रिटी और इसमें ये सब कुछ सेम है. बट एक चीज ये होती है वेडिंग्स में और सेलिब्रिटी शूट्स में जो डिफरेंस मैंने देखा है कि उनकी जब हम सेलिब्रिटीज को शूट करते हैं यू हैव टू मेक अ प्रॉपर प्लान that what you are shooting, what will be the stage, your light should be ready before they come, everything will be good here also. In wedding, what happens a lot of time is when you go to a wedding, there comes a situation, then you adapt to that situation.
Exactly.
It happens in wedding. In celebrity shoots, you have to be prepared that what you are shooting. Most of the times when you're shooting an ad or something, you have to give a mood board. What will you play? People have started doing this in weddings also. I do this in pre-wedding, that I create a mood board, what kind of song they are doing, what is this and that. But wedding events are mostly, you cannot tell what is going to happen. Even if you have seen the location, even if you have met the couple, you have no clue what will happen. It has happened with me, like I had a word with a client that what is this, what is the decoration, that told me that this will be the decoration or whatever. Then I went there and everything was fucking pink. The light was flooded with pink color. And I was like, मैं कैसे shoot करूँगा इसको? So you have to be prepared in weddings. In celebrity shoots, you have to be prepared. But ऐसा नहीं है कि कुछ unusual हो जाएगा एकदम से. Celebrity shoots में photography में ऐसा हमेशा होता है कि कुछ unusual हो जाता है, कुछ ना कुछ circumstances ऐसे हो जाते हैं. पर celebrity shoot में आप पहले प्लान कर लेते हो कि आपको क्या करना है, और वेडिंग शूट में आप शूट कर रहे हो तो साथ साथ आप प्लान कर रहे हो कि आपको क्या क्या करना है.
ऑन द स्पॉट प्लानिंग के साथ करना पड़ता है.
हाँ, उसमें सेलिब्रिटी शूट में आपने बता दिया कि हम ये शूट करने वाले हैं. आपने स्टाइलिस्ट से बात कर ली, स्टाइलिस्ट कपड़े ला रहा है, मेकअप वाला उस हिसाब से लुक जनरेट करेगा. आपने एक लोकेशन ले ली, सेलिब्रिटी रेडी, जब तक वो रेडी हो रहा है आप लाइट सेटअप कर लो, वो आया, आपने शूट मारा, कट 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 कट. सेलिब्रिटी है, टाइम कम है उसके पास, उसे जाना है, वो चला गया. वेडिंग में ऐसा नहीं होता. वेडिंग में आपने कपल से बात करी कि आप ये लेके आना, कपल लेके आएगा कुछ और. जो आपने बोला कपल वो कभी नहीं लेके आया. तो आपने बोला उनको रेड साड़ी लेके आना, तो वो कुछ अलग ही लेके आएंगे. एंड दे आर लेम एंड दे डोंट नो कि क्या मतलब कैसे होता है. सो यू आर as a photographer, I sometimes struggle in telling people that what are composite colors. That if you are wearing this, room is wearing this, then you have to wear this. These are the composite colors. तो आप दोनों अच्छे लगेंगे. प्लस बैकग्राउंड मैटर्स. हम लद्दाख में शूट कर रहे हैं, हम मनाली में कर रहे हैं, ऋषिकेश में कर रहे हैं. अगर ऋषिकेश में कर रहे हैं तो a lot of the place will be green. So if the background is green, आप उसके आगे कैसा कलर पहनने वाले हो. So those things are very important. But मुझे ऐसा फील होता है कि क्लाइंट्स को शायद ऐसा नहीं लगता कि इतना जरूरी है. तो ये चीज उसमें हो जाती है वेडिंग में, लेकिन सेलिब्रिटी शूट्स में ये नहीं होता. सेलिब्रिटी शूट्स, इफ यू आर डूइंग विद अ गुड टीम, you can just nail it. With a little bit organized work, you can nail the celebrity shoots. वेडिंग में तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है किस्मत भी काफी बड़ा रोल प्ले कर देती है कभी. क्योंकि I have been shooting weddings since, what do you call it? I am shooting weddings since 5 years, I think 5-6 years. Yeah.
It was great, man. I am asking you this many questions, like ये difference में पूछ रहा था. The reason behind that is what I want to reach out to people with information. कि जैसे कि for an example, if someone is learning about wedding photography, there is no institute or someone who tells you this experience कि क्या क्या आप challenges face करने वाले हो. They just teach you basic techniques and basic things कि ऐसे ऐसे होता है, आपको ऐसे ऐसे करना होता है. So I want to ask you is, seeing your journey, your experience with celebrities as well as weddings and some bigger weddings and on some different locations. So as a beginner, what do you want to give 3 tips to these beginners who are just starting and they are just making out to be a photographer? I'm not insisting wedding photography bano ya fir fashion bano, but according to your experience, what do you want to give them 3 tips कि उनको क्या करना चाहिए?
तो 3 tips.
Yeah.
एक दोनों चलेंगी.
It's the new thing right now going on Instagram. Tell me any 3 tips.
So 3 things which I feel tips I want to give to beginners are: one is shoot as much as you can shoot. Shoot whatever you want to shoot. You want to shoot wedding, shoot wedding. You want to do street, you do street. You want to do fashion, shoot fashion. You want to do anything, just do it. क्योंकि if you want to be a singer तो रियाज तो करना पड़ेगा. If you want to be a photographer तो practice तो करनी पड़ेगी. So shoot as much. अपना कैमरा का शटर हिला दो पूरा ऊपर से नीचे तक, उससे भी पता लग जाए किसी फोटोग्राफर के हाथ में आया कैमरा. So that is one. And the other tip is one is this. Second is don't buy the complete kit when you start doing photography. So I've seen kids and I've seen people who take camera और वो कैमरा के साथ सब कुछ ले लेते हैं. अपने पेरेंट्स को बोल के गिव मी एवरीथिंग, मुझे ये भी दे दो, मुझे वो भी दे दो, मुझे सब कुछ दे दो. तो वो मत करो. यू टेक अ कैमरा, यू स्टार्ट शूटिंग. उसके बाद यू विल रियलाइज कि आपको क्या जरूरत है. और कभी कभी क्या होता है कि लोग किक्स ले लेते हैं और उसके बाद उन्हें ये चीज की रियलाइजेशन होती है कि इसके लीड तो मुझे है ही नहीं. और फिर वो उसको जैसे 24-105 भी ले लिया उन्होंने, साथ में कोई और लेंस भी ले लिया, 2-3 लेंस ले लिए, तीनों का काम एक ही है पर 3 लेंस ले रखे हैं. एंड वन थिंग इज दैट पीपल आर वेरी, आई डोंट नो व्हाई दिस इज अ फोबिया टू पीपल, दैट पीपल आर वेरी इनटू zoom lenses. They want to take zoom lenses. They want to take zoom lenses because they are big. So there is a quick tip for them, a very quick tip. अगर आपको किसी चीज को जूम करना है तो आप अपने पैरों का इस्तेमाल करें और उसके करीब जाएं, तो वो जूम हो जाएगा. यू डोंट नीड अ बिग फकिंग लेंस. एंड पीपल टेक इट, ठीक है डेप्थ ऑफ फील्ड ज्यादा आ रही है, कुछ भी आ रहा है. If I am shooting a wedding and I want a zoom shot, brother, I'll tell you very frankly, I'll run towards that subject. I will not waste my time changing the lens. उसमें में मूवमेंट हो जाएगा. वो मूवमेंट चला जाएगा उसमें. अगर मैं लेंस चेंज करता रहूंगा तो चला जाएगा. तो वन टिप इज शूट एज मच एज यू कैन. सेकंड टिप इज keep your kit to the minimum at the starting. Then you can add things to it. Third tip is start generating a style of yours. Start, everybody has a style. I have a style. People have a style. Some people are very happy shooting in offset colors and neutral colors. अब ऐसा, so I'll tell you very frankly. So there are a lot of people who think कि न्यूट्रल कलर्स आजकल बहुत इन है तो न्यूट्रल कलर्स में शूट करते रहते हैं. आई एम नॉट वन ऑफ दोज गाइस. आई फील लाइक कि हर तरीके के कलर्स होने चाहिए. आपको हर तरीके के कलर्स निकालने आने चाहिए. अगर आप अभी के ट्रेंड के हिसाब से सीखते हो न्यूट्रल कलर्स निकालना पिक्चर्स के, बाद में जब ये ट्रेंड चला जाएगा तब आप क्या करोगे? बोहो कलर्स, अर्थी टोन, राइट? आप ले लो, आपको आता है अर्थी टोन निकालना, बट आर दे टोन गिविंग यू ट्रू कलर्स? Are those the true colors? And even though I love earthy tones, I love neutral colors, but उनके साथ साथ बाकी कलर्स की भी नॉलेज होनी चाहिए कि आप क्या हो रहा है. और प्लस थर्ड टिप इज क्रिएट योर ओन स्टाइल. प्लस start learning, and learning is a very long process, especially in photography. I have been learning photography from past 7-8 years. I am still learning photography. I haven't completed my education right now. I will keep on learning for more 20 years, I must say. Because see, I saw a video yesterday. So Sony का नया कैमरा A7S3. So few people were taking शॉट ऑफ अ मिल्की वे. वो मिल्की वे का शॉट ले रहे थे चलती हुई गाड़ी पे. डू यू नो हाउ टू टेक इट? आई डोंट नो हाउ टू टेक इट ब्रो. I don't know how to take it. So there are things which you will never know. कुछ ना कुछ नया आता ही रहेगा. So I feel like कि मैंने जैसे आपको स्टार्टिंग में बताया था कि मैं कुछ भी करता था तो मैं छोड़ देता था. स्टेट लेवल टाइकोंडो भी छोड़ दी, आ गई. क्रिकेट खेलना शुरू किया तो क्रिकेट में मुझे आई रिमेम्बर मैंने एक बार कुछ 48 कुछ रन मार दिए थे स्टेडियम में, प्रॉपर स्टेडियम में जहाँ पे खेलने जाता था मैं. तो मैंने जब 48 कुछ रन मारे तो आई वाज लाइक कि ये तो आ गया मेरे को. तो फिर मैंने वो भी करना छोड़ दिया. तो ऐसे मैं जो कुछ भी करता था जो लगता था मुझे आने लग गया मैं वो चीज छोड़ देता. तो फोटोग्राफी मुझे लगता है इसलिए नहीं छोड़ पाया, आई नहीं, अभी तक चल रहा वो प्रोसेस.
You're not reaching that point कि आ गया ऐसा फील हो रहा है.
या कुछ आपको फील ही नहीं होता बिकॉज I know. See, there are market leaders, right? There are market leaders in every society, in every category, in every occupation. There are market leaders. जैसे स्टील का मार्केट लीडर टाटा है, आप मान लीजिए, ठीक है. फोटोग्राफी का मार्केट लीडर, आपको फैशन फोटोग्राफी करनी है, देयर इज तरुण सहवाल, देयर इज Arjun Mahak, Atul Kasbekar, a lot of people, right? So, but क्या are you very sure कि जो वो मार्केट लीडर्स हैं, जो वो मार्केट लीडर्स हैं, उनके हिसाब से कोई और मार्केट लीडर नहीं होगा?
ऑब्वियसली होगा.
वो किसी और से इन्फ्लुएंस तो होते होंगे ना.
ऑब्वियसली.
मेरे हिसाब से तो they are also learning right now. They are also experimenting. And one more thing that somebody told me, this is for the beginners. Experimentation is the key to success. You experiment as much as you want to experiment. You experiment, आप जितना experiment करोगे उतना आप ज्यादा सीखोगे. So these are the few tips which I can share. थोड़ा लंबा था, but yeah.
नहीं, wonderful.
I think
because I am not thinking about the timing, because what happens is nowadays जो kit के बारे में आपने बोला, so what happens if you go on YouTube and if you type in कि wedding photography kit, so you will get number of videos where people are showing what kit you need to buy, but they are not telling this or not explaining this कि is it necessary to buy this kit right now, or if you are a beginner, is it necessary to buy this every accessory right now? So that was a very important point, because nowadays we go on YouTube, we just take for stuff whatever we want, and then we just go and do whatever we feel like. But that's not true every time, because YouTube never shows you this side, this reality which is behind that.
You see, you search about the kit, you search about the lenses, ठीक है. उसके बाद you have, after searching the lenses, you have वैसे तरीके के lenses from every company, या third party companies as well, you have the same company as well. अगर आपके पास Canon का कैमरा है, मान लीजिए, and you want to buy a wide angle lens, आपके पास 16-35 है, 2.8 में भी है, 4 में भी है, ठीक है. You want to buy 24-105 या whatever lenses है, so उसके अंदर 4 में भी है, 2.8 में भी है. तो आपको 4 में लेना है, 2.8 में लेना है. 15, अगर आप 16-35 ले रहे हो और आपको 2 लेना है, that is 1,30,000 rupees. You have that much money that you can buy the lens, and you are starting the photography right now. So there are a lot of things which people don't understand. So अगर आप मेरे से पूछो मेरी किट क्या है, I will tell you very frankly. Right now I am using Canon 5D Mark IV. And उससे पहले I used to have 600D, और उसके बाद now I am planning to buy R3 और Sony. I am still confused कि किसमें शिफ्ट हो, because I feel कि Canon थोड़ा ड्यूरेबल है, Sony इतना ड्यूरेबल नहीं है. This is what my feelings are. So अब ठीक है, अब मेरे पास I have been shooting from long. I still have one zoom lens, 150 mm, and one wide angle lens. I have 3 lenses. See, this is very simple. आपको गेम लेते हो, आप कहते हो कि ये गेम से मैं बोर हो गया, मुझे दूसरी गेम चाहिए. Have you finished that game? क्या आपको वो लेंस समझ में आ गया है? Can you do anything? Can you shoot your eyes closed with that lens of that equipment? If you can do that, you can shift to another lens and another kit. That is good. But आपको मिनिमम चीजों की जरूरत है. वही the same thing I have told you. अगर आपके पास, मैं कह रहा हूँ, आपने कैमरा लिया, आपके पास 50 mm है, अगर आपको उससे क्लोजअप शॉट लेना है तो आप उसके पास चले जाओ. दैट इज जूम लेंस. इफ यू वांट टू क्लिक वाइड शॉट, आप अपने सब्जेक्ट से जितना दूर हो सके उतना वो वाइड हो जाएगा. आपके दोनों लेंसेज का काम हो गया, एक लेंस में 3 का काम किया आपने. तो मेरे पास तो मेरे बहुत लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज थे, तो मैं तो लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज के साथ, एंड आई फील रियली गुड राइट नाउ talking about this, because I had very limited resources, and with limited resources I know that right now if somebody give me limited resources on a shoot, I can nail that shoot. अगर कम से कम भी दोगे तो I know how to work with कम से कम. ज्यादा मिल जाएगा तो I will blow the shoot up कि भाई अब तो देखो तुम मेरा काम. But you have to learn to work with minimum, because I have seen people who don't know how to work with minimum equipment and minimum things. तो जब वो शूट पे जाते हैं उनको उनके रिसोर्सेज जो उनको चाहिए होते नहीं मिलते तो दे स्टार्ट गेटिंग पैनिक। उनको समझ नहीं आ रहा होता ये कैसे होगा। वो कहते हैं कि अरे ये तो है नहीं, देन दे स्टार्ट ब्लेमिंग कि अरे ये नहीं था इसलिए ये हो गया। सो you cannot blame. If you are there, you have to create result, and if you can create result, then only you will be a good photographer for yourself. You will be a better photographer. तो अगर आप अपने किट के पीछे भागते रहोगे तो आप फोटोग्राफी मिस आउट कर दोगे। अगर मैं एक फोटो खींच रहा हूँ और मैं इस बात पे पैनिक कर रहा हूँ या इस बात पे क्रिप कर रहा हूँ कि मेरे पास 100 mm नहीं है यार, 100 mm होता तो मैं ऐसा मैक्रो शॉट लेता कि दुनिया देखती। नहीं है तो नहीं है ना,
नहीं है तो नहीं है।
अब आप 50 mm से क्या कर सकते हो? आप करके दिखाओ 50 mm से क्या कर सकते हो। मैं सीधा कैमरा, मैं अपना लेंस खोलूंगा, उल्टा लगा लूंगा, उसको हिला के देखूंगा, थोड़ा सा मैक्रो इफेक्ट आएगा, आई टेक द शॉट। मेरे पास 100 mm लेने के पैसे नहीं है, मैं उसका 1000 रुपए का मैक्रो का फिल्टर ले लूंगा।
I feel nowadays it's a myth कि अच्छा किट होना चाहिए, because previously when I also started this thing wedding photography in 2013. So 2013 से I am full time in wedding photography. So when I started I had Nikon 3100, मतलब जो बेसिक का भी बेसिक कैमरा होता है वो टाइप का, and I only had 18-55 lens, that's it. I didn't had any other lens, only one lens. Then I was able to buy 50 mm which was 1.8, but जो मैनुअल फोकस था, क्योंकि इतना तो भी पैसे होते नहीं थे कि ऑटो फोकस लेंस ले लूं। So with these two lenses I started my career. Nowadays what happens, whenever I see a beginner, they have all the accessories, all the necessary kit, but the problem is they don't have the skill set to use each accessory and every equipment according to the location or situation.
Yeah. So I keep my kit to the minimum. I keep my kit. I'll tell you very frankly, I keep my kit to the minimum. पहली चीज तो इतनी भारी किट कौन उठाए? आप उसमें सब कुछ डाल के ले चलो। I have seen people. There is a friend of mine. I must mention him. His name is Irfan Abbas, and he is a travel photographer, and he does great work. He has traveled with me to Kashmir previously. अभी इसी month हम वापस आए हैं. So he used to carry everything. For the first time I met him, उसके किट में 4 lenses थे, एक कैमरा था, 3 फ्लैशेस थी और एक्सटेंशन कॉर्ड थी, 3 बैटरीज थी, 3 चार्जर्स थे, प्लस एक MSI का 3.5 किलो का लैपटॉप था बैग के अंदर, प्लस स्टैंड थे, लाइट्स थी। सो व्हेन आई सॉ हिम आई वाज फ्लिप्ड। आई वाज लाइक ब्रो व्हाट द फक इज दिस, ये तुम क्या लेके घूम रहे हो? और फिर he started working with me. So as a see, I'll tell you the same thing. He was a travel photographer. No one was guiding him. So उसने किट ली, उसने पूरी किट एक साथ ले ली। उसने there are 2 lenses in Canon. This is very embarrassing that I don't know lenses of Canon, but I'm not a lenses guy here. So there are 2 lenses. One is I think 105. What is that?
24-105.
35-105 was, yeah, 24-105, and one is 24-105, एक 24-70 है, और एक 24-70 है, और देयर इज वन मोर लेंस 100 समथिंग। सो उसके पास वो दोनों लेंसेज थे। So I met him. I took him to a wedding. I said, "You learn wedding photography. You do good work." So I took him to a wedding and I asked him कि ये तुम्हारे पास 2 लेंसेज हैं जिनका काम सेम है, तो ये क्यों ले रखे हैं? तुम कौन सा यूज करते हो? तो ही सेड कि मैं 24-70 यूज करता हूँ। सो आई सेड कि करते हो ठीक है, दूसरा किस लिए ऐसे, वो क्यों रखा हुआ है? तो ही सेड कि यार लिया था तो ले लिया था, हमें लगा कि सब ले लेते हैं। तो वो चीज नहीं करनी चाहिए। उसने ले लिया। नाउ आफ्टर मीटिंग मी, वर्किंग विद मी, ही हैज सोल्ड दैट लेंस बिकॉज ही नोज दैट लेंस इज नॉट वर्थ अ व्हाइल, या फिर वो मेरे काम का ही नहीं है। मेरे पास 24-70 है, वो वही काम कर रहा है। उसके बाद मेरे पास, उसके पास 24-70 भी है, उसके पास 105 वाला भी है, उसके पास 70-200 भी है, फिर 50 भी है, फिर इतने सारे लेंसेज है। कर क्या रहे हो आप?
ये बीच में
आउटपुट ले पा रहे हो?
ये किट मेरे ख्याल से दिस वाज स्टैंडर्डाइज्ड बिकॉज व्हाट आई एनकाउंटर्ड, आई गेस इट वाज 2018 एंड मतलब 2018, 2019, 2020 में तो लॉकडाउन हो गया था। उससे पहले जितने भी मैं वेडिंग कर रहा था, पीपल यूज्ड टू आस्क मी दैट आप कैनन यूज कर रहे हो कि सोनी यूज कर रहे हो? आप कैनन में 70-200 कैंडिड के लिए वो लाओगे ना? सो दिस वाज लाइक द मार्केटिंग ऑफ कैनन वाज इम्पैक्टेड सो मच ऑन क्लाइंट कि क्लाइंट्स यूज्ड टू आस्क फॉर दिस लेंसेज स्पेसिफिकली इन बॉम्बे।
Yeah. In Bombay as well as Delhi as well. So if you go to anywhere and you talk to clients, तो देगा क्यों आप वो white वाला lens लाओगे?
हाँ और वो व्हाइट कलर उनको
तो
लगता
आप
था कि वो लेंस लाओगे तो फोटोज अच्छे ही आएंगे, मतलब इट
no. So
डिपेंड्स ऑन द
I know
इक्विपमेंट.
I'll discuss one more thing with you. So I have seen one more thing. He once some of my relatives went to a photographer to book him for my brother's wedding, and that guy I call that cheating, bro. I call that cheating. So that guy told them, I'll give you a candid camera in your wedding if you give me 20,000 rupees more. What is a candid camera? Do you know what is a candid camera?
He must have invented
I don't know
something.
what is. Yeah. So to all the beginners who are coming into wedding photography, please, guys, don't misguide people. Don't cheat them. Like आप wedding photography में सबसे ज़्यादा problem ये है कि there is no association or something who is holding this thing, and we are the people, and we generate our, हम अपनी खुद की जो इमेज होती है वो हम ही क्रिएट कर रहे हैं. इफ वी स्टार्ट चीटिंग पीपल विल से कि वेडिंग फोटोग्राफर्स ऐसे ही होते हैं. जैसे पहले होता था कि वेडिंग फोटोग्राफर्स को कोई रिस्पेक्ट ही नहीं देता था. अब जाके हमने मेहनत करके काम करके लोगों ने उतनी रिस्पेक्ट इंडस्ट्री में वापस लाई है दैट पीपल नाउ रिस्पेक्ट wedding photographers. Even if I go somewhere, like people call me sir as well. कि sir please हमारी एक picture click कर दीजिए. So if some people are pushing to get that respect, don't please turn that into disrespect. Don't misguide people. If you can work, you work. If you can't work, just say no to it. Don't take disrespect from people. Misguide. अब उन्होंने उसको बोल दिया कि भाई मैं आपको एक कैंडिड कैमरा भिजवा दूंगा, आप मुझे 30,000 20,000 रुपए दे दीजिए. घर आके माई फादर टोल्ड मी ऐसा कुछ होता ही नहीं. कैंडिड इज अ टर्म दैट इज यूज्ड, जो एक स्टाइल होता है कि मतलब कैंडिड इज अनपोज्ड, कैंडिड इज अनप्लान्ड, दिस इज द टर्म. तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. तो वो आपके पास क्या एक अनप्लान्ड कैमरा भेजेगा जिसका उसे भी पता नहीं होगा कि आपके पास वो क्या भेजने वाला है. दैट विल बी कैंडिड.
फ्रीलांसर्स का ये टर्म होता है. I'll tell you one incident. I was shooting a wedding. It was a open ground wedding, and opposite bride के side से जो team थी, I was from the groom side, my team, and from bride side they had ordered another team. So in that there were 2-3 guys who were doing candid video. और candid video उनका ये था कि 70-200 लगा के monopod पे they were holding the camera, दूर खड़े होके they were just shooting close-up shots. मतलब if there is a moment of 2 people, you need to capture both the people, not only a single people. And when the result came out and when फिर हम लोगों ने डेटा दिया और फिर ग्रूम से भी मेरी बात हुई, ब्राइड ग्रूम जब बोल रहे थे, then they started telling कि उतना तो उन्होंने कैंडिड कुछ किया ही नहीं, हम लोगों ने इतना पे किया उन लोगों को. मैंने तब उनको वही बोला, या फिर किसी भी क्लाइंट को, इफ दिस वीडियो एनी क्लाइंट इज वाचिंग दिस वीडियो, उनके लिए भी मैं यही बोलूंगा कि फर्स्ट सी द कंप्लीट वर्क, नॉट ओनली इंस्टाग्राम प्रोफाइल एंड दोज IGTV एंड रील्स, और वो देख के कंफर्म मत करो. व्हाट आई फील जेन्युइन.
So what happens is, so I will tell you how I do my work, right? What I do is, if I go to a client, there is a set of samples that people show, right? These are the samples. They create a kit or a presentation. They show it. I have a presentation, a bloody good one. I share that with them. Plus, I do one more thing. To be very genuine, I open a client's wedding folder. And I say them that this is the folder, you explore, these are the pictures you will get the idea. So I am not showing you 25 pictures, and I am showing you all the pictures which I have delivered. You see the pictures, you will get an idea कि क्या है. So I am not cheating you कि इसमें candid भी है सब कुछ. And to be very frank to people who want to know what is candid photography, I do candid photography with 50 mm, 85 mm here. I don't need 17-200. I just need candid movements.
Those are the moments. I do it with 50 mm 1.4. That's the only lens I use for candid.
Yeah, so you don't need a big variance. Yes, there is, ठीक है आपके पास 70-200 है. Like I have used 400 mm also to click some candid photographs. But okay, yes, ठीक है. There is a point that people don't widely use telephoto lenses, so we don't disturb the person, we don't distract from their movement, right? But in weddings, people are so involved emotionally in the moment, and they have hired you. And in Indian culture, everybody knows that there will be photographers who will be working, who will be capturing us. They don't even care about the photographers. Indian weddings are very big, and people are so emotionally attached in them that they don't give a fuck if you are clicking a candid picture or you are, just taking a bottle of wine and drinking it completely bottoms up. उनको पता ही नहीं है क्योंकि they are too involved. तो कोई problem नहीं है ऐसा यार. मुझे इतनी problem नहीं होती. And to be very frank, if I genuinely had this problem. I used to use 70-200 to click candid. Amazing lens. Everything is very good. But problem क्या होती थी, मेरे को 17-100 के साथ कि मैं zoom करता था और कोई आगे आ जाता था. फिर मैं पोजीशन चेंज करता था, फिर कोई आगे आता था. मैं ज्यादा पास जा नहीं सकता हूँ कि लोग रुक जाए आना, देखने की ये फोटो खींच रहा है और वो रुक गए. मैं दूर खड़ा हुआ हूँ और लोग आते जा रहे हैं. तो एट दैट टाइम आई रियलाइज दैट दिस इज बिकम मोर ऑफ अ फ्लूक कि शायद खिंच जाए. तो या
एंड इसमें मोमेंट भी कितने मिस होते रहेंगे ना, बिकॉज़ इफ समवन कम्स इन मिडल,
a lot. I don't like that. The way I shoot weddings, I keep on clicking, bro. Keep on clicking. I never stop. I keep on clicking.
And what do you feel, man? Next thing what I want to ask is, if some beginner is starting a company, how they should do the marketing thing, how they should market themselves, like how they should do the marketing to get more clients into it.
So the same thing I told you, I am very bad in marketing. I am very bad in marketing. I don't do much of marketing, frankly, and I will admit it. So there is nothing that you should be, shy about. But I am very bad. But there are a lot of ways. You can go to a PR company. You can go to a artist management company. You can go to an event company to get the contracts. Or you can put your work on social media and promote it on Instagram, and then you will get the lead. Everybody is searching nowadays photographers on Instagram. So there are a lot of ways. You can learn the easy Google Ads program. So there are a lot of things that you can do. But before marketing yourself, at least you should have all the resources in your hand. So I have seen pretty big photographers, pretty big names who are doing like 70, 80 weddings in a year.
So 3 tips so already we have done. Okay, beginners को क्या करना चाहिए. Secondly, I want to ask you about this thing. What many beginners are facing right now, because this was the research what we did before starting this podcast. Is first, they are not getting the complaint is they are not getting the respect initially. Like if they started and they just want the instant respect. So what they should do first?
See, this is what I told you. Photographers are too egoistic, man. Photographers are too egoistic. Why do you need respect? What have you done?
Exactly.
What have you done that you will get respect out of people? You have done nothing. You don't need. No, people don't give respect to army. Who are you? You are just a photographer. Too egoistic. You should be humble. If you want respect, you should be humble. You should be like you. See, I have seen people who have done such a great work, and they are not there to get respect from you. They are doing their work, and if somebody is not giving you respect, you should just preserve your energy and don't give a fuck about them. That is the way you deal with it, as per my knowledge, as per what I do. And photographers are very, very egoistic. You should work on your ego before you work on your camera, bro.
Many photographers are short-tempered, I guess.
Yeah. No. If you want to be a photographer and you have a short temper, you don't deserve to be in this industry. Because photographers are to be the most patient people. It has happened with me that I have not had a single bite in the whole day, and I am eating finally, and somebody came to me and told me, "Can you click me a picture?" And I said that I am eating my food, and they said, "No, you click our picture first." And I stood up and clicked their pictures. I clicked not one, I clicked like 20 pictures of them in different angles and different backgrounds. I said, "Now you are happy?" They said, "Yes, we are happy, thank you." And then I went there, and when I went there was no food. They took my plate, everything was closed. So you cannot be short-tempered. If somebody comes to you and you are eating, what will you say? Khana kha raha ho, dikh nahi raha.
And I feel
So you cannot do.
And I feel food, we should not focus on the food on that day. If you need something, just carry some protein bars, some, anything like water,
Yeah,
carry
yeah.
your own water, protein bars or something like that.
So yeah, I don't know. I have seen few Marathi weddings as well.
Hmm.
So what I feel is Marathi weddings are a little short in the time span
Hmm.
if you compare them with the Delhi weddings, especially
Hmm.
Delhi weddings.
Hmm.
So I have if think about it, if you are shooting a wedding from past 4 days,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
सुबह you went to your bed at 6 in the morning क्योंकि रात का कॉकटेल था.
Hmm.
You woke up next day 6 बजे तुम सोए.
Hmm.
तुम 8-9 बजे उठ गए क्योंकि 10 बजे तुम्हें हल्दी के लिए पहुंचना है.
Hmm.
और वो 10 बजे से लेके अगले 24 घंटे के 10 बजे तक तुम काम कर रहे हो.
Hmm.
So you need food at least. Protein
Hmm.
bars will won't work.
Obviously.
You need food.
You need food.
So you need food, but you should be prepared to leave that food
Hmm.
when the food is more tempting you,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? So I most of the times I don't eat in a wedding.
Hmm.
Most of the times I don't eat,
Hmm.
and I have few things that I tell my clients in advance कि ऐसे ऐसे होगा और ऐसे ऐसे नहीं होगा. That we tell in advance that we won't click anybody who is eating.
Hmm.
Because people get कि यार हम खाना खा रहे हैं तुम फोटो खींच लो. They get angry sometimes. So we say कि हम वो चीज नहीं करेंगे. So these are something, if you are doing something आप कर लीजिए. Plus the question you asked about the marketing was कि आपको मार्केटिंग कैसे करनी है, ठीक है वो आप कर लोगे, YouTube पे है, लेकिन आपके पास सारे रिसोर्सेज होने चाहिए मार्केटिंग करने से पहले. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि कोई अगर आपके पास आ रहा है और आपको आगे बोल रहा है आपका क्लाइंट कि आपको मुझे वेडिंग इनवाइट बना के दे दो, तो आपको वो बनाना ही नहीं आता है. आपके पास कोई वेडिंग इनवाइट वाला इंसान ही नहीं है. तो जब आपके पास एज अ कंपनी रिसोर्सेज पूरे हो, देन यू कैन डू इट. देन यू कैन गो ऑन द मार्केटिंग एस्पेक्ट ऑफ इट. I don't like doing marketing and stuff because I feel like कि right now what I'm doing is the right way, and I don't want a lot of work to come on my shoulders because I am doing fashion shoots as well and celebrity shoots as well.
Okay.
So that's why I am less on marketing. I'm a less marketing guy. But yeah, if you want to learn marketing, there are a lot of ways. Anybody who wants to ask about it can DM me. That is not an issue.
And second, if someone is starting right now, he has to be a freelancer, like he has to go and focus on the freelancing thing, or he has to open a company. Like what difference do you feel? What they should do?
They should go for a job.
Like the
ahead.
freelancing one, or
No. Job, a full-time job.
a full-time job.
Yeah, so I have worked in Dainik Jagran. Do you know Dainik Jagran? Yeah, so Dainik Jagran, I worked in Dainik Jagran. After that, I worked in another newspaper or something. So if you what is good in it is if you work in a company as a full-time guy who is doing his job and stuff, then there is somebody who is on a superior post than you, and he is there to tell you everything. You can ask them कि कैसे करना है. So that is an easy way of learning as a beginner. If you start as a freelancer, like there was nobody to teach me, so it took me a long time to learn things. So there should be some guiding force who is telling you these things. There has to be one. So if you are a beginner and you are thinking what should I do, if you are a beginner you won't have many contacts. If you are a beginner you are not good enough to open your company right now. So if you are a beginner you should opt for a job if you have one.
True, man.
This is what my feeling is.
Fair enough.
This is what my feeling
Yeah,
is.
exactly. And I feel that this will be a very informative video. If some beginner watches this, I feel that he will be on a right track rather than misguiding and getting somewhere.
Yeah, so see, nobody has guided me, to be very frank. Nobody has guided me. Nobody has helped me. Nobody has, even there are friends and stuff. When you start photography, you meet people in institutes and stuff. So there are nobody who has जिसका मुझे लग रहा है कि मुझे बोलना चाहिए, जिक्र करना चाहिए कि इसमें मेरी मदद करिए, तो ऐसा कोई था नहीं. So I feel like कि अगर if I can help anybody in any way, that will be great. Because अगर मेरी नहीं हो पाई तो किसी और की हेल्प होनी बहुत जरूरी है. एंड एज अ बिगिनर, if you feel like आपको फ्रीलांसिंग करनी है तो आपके कॉन्टैक्ट भी तो होने चाहिए इंडस्ट्री, तभी तो आप फ्रीलांसिंग करोगे. वरना you write on your Instagram that I am a freelancer,
Exactly.
but who are you working with?
Yeah. It was nice, man. It was nice. So I guess we just have 5-6 minutes left. So I just want to know about like how you felt about the podcast and how you feel about this concept. And can you just say something about the podcast?
Amazing. Yeah, the podcast was amazing. The experience was amazing. The questions you have asked were amazing. I think the answers I have given were also amazing.
Amazing.
So, so everything was very good, and I listen to a lot of podcasts. I work and I listen to podcasts. I listen a lot to Beer Biceps. I listen a lot to him. I listen to Tony Robbins sometimes, Gary Vee sometimes. So I am into podcasts, and I really like the concept of podcast. So yeah, it was amazing having a session with you, and I hope that we will have a session again on some detailed topics here. I have a lot to share, and I am sure you will have a lot to share.
Yeah.
And one more tip I want to give to people who are starting photography, that you don't have to be photographer. You can be more than a photographer. You can do many things which are related to photography and still not be a photographer. So it is not important that you should hold a camera all the time. I feel like as a photographer, I started photography, but I love creative direction. If somebody takes me in a video song or a web series for a creative direction, I go bonkers. I was like, now I don't have camera and I can use all my mind on a different level right now. जो क्या होता है कि आप जब फोटोग्राफी करते हो या आपके हाथ में कैमरा है, you have to think about composition, lighting, camera settings, how the subject is looking, everything, the background, foreground, this, that, ये वो. But जब आपके हाथ में कैमरा नहीं है, तो आपके हाथ से वो कंफ्यूजन हट चुकी है. Then you have a lot to see in the world. So yeah, so मतलब अगर आपको स्टार्ट करना है तो आप और भी बहुत सारी चीजें कर सकते हो. And there are a lot of options for people. And my Instagram ID is depiction.
I'll give it in the description.
I don't even know my Instagram ID, bro.
But I'll do it for you, don't worry. Because why I started this, I'll tell you. I am reading a book named Crush It, which is written by Gary Vee. So I am a big fan, he's a big inspiration for me. So I used to keep on listening to podcasts. And I didn't got a single podcast which has this detailed thing, in India specifically. There is no podcast in India where, as a photographer, as a wedding photographer, you can go and learn to or listen to things from which you can learn something. So while reading that book, this concept came to my mind, and I was just like, let's do it. Whatever it may take, how many days, I'm just messaging, contacting.
I am very much into creating podcasts and things. I just have one thing, that who should I contact and who should I talk to. But there are few concepts in photography that I want to learn and I want to think about it. So yeah, this is an amazing podcast, and everybody who is watching this, please follow him. And you will get to know. अगर मैं इतनी नॉलेज दे सकता हूँ तो अभी तो लेजेंड लोग हैं जो बहुत सारी नॉलेज दे सकते हैं.
Exactly.
So I'm just a small photographer. So hope you guys had some brief view of the basics of photography, and it will help you up.
And let's say, I'll now thank you. Thank you so much for making time, first of all, because I know that you have to go for a shoot, and then too you have invested all your time here, like completely, and you are so humble. I am so happy to have you on this show, man. So happy.
Thank you so much, yaar.
It was really great, man.
It was my pleasure to talking to you, and you asked some really nice questions. Thank you so much.